Ever since Jaws birthed the summer blockbuster in 1975, there have been a slew of shark movies. Unfortunately, most of them are not of the highest caliber, but here are what I think are the 10 best shark movies. A group of friends become trapped exploring sunken ruins and discover they are not alone. Uncaged plays out much like a by-the-numbers horror film full of jump scares, stupid decisions, plot absurdities, and questionable dialogue. But surprisingly, despite all its faults, it remains an entertaining shark romp. A tsunami traps a group of people inside a supermarket, and the rising waters are the least of their worries. A shark has found its way in and has acquired the taste of human. Bait has the look, feel, and dialogue of a sci-fi channel made-for-TV movie. Despite its deficiencies, and there are many, the film is oddly entertaining, even if stupidly so. Bait is dumb fun and is worth the checkout. Two friends go cage diving with sharks, but when their cage sinks to the bottom, they must not only survive with limited oxygen, but contend with the sharks looking for an easy snack. The film does not try to tell a realistic story, but one that is entertaining and at times intense. 47 Meters Down is not memorable, but does enough to make an enjoyable film with a few shocks. A couple scuba diving return to the surface to find the boat and the other divers have left. The couple must attempt to survive in the shark-infested ocean. Open Water is a low-budget film, and it looks and sounds as such, but it uses it to its advantage as it creates a feeling of realism in the couple's struggle for survival. Most of the film tends to move slowly, since the majority of it takes place with the two in the ocean. The film plays into our already established fear of being left in the ocean, and is counting on the viewer to tap into that fear. If you are willing to tap into it, there are a few harrowing sequences that will get under your skin, and the entire film has a level of dread throughout its runtime. Open Water is not an action-packed, and despite a short runtime, can feel overlong, but its realistic depiction of being lost at sea with sharks makes a tense, low-budget fare. The filmmakers knew they had an over-the-top concept and played 100% into it. Meg is a wildly, stupidly fun time with a gigantic shark. Just be sure to not think too much into the plausibility. Just have fun with the cardboard characters and unrealistic action sequences. The film was successful enough to greenlight a sequel that hit cinemas in August. After a sailboat capsized, its crew find themselves hunted by a great white shark. The reef is similar to Open Water in that it relies on real-life sharks rather than CGI, and it's setting in the open ocean. The film suffers from a slow start and a few moments where the story and tension sputters. Thankfully, the last half of the film is full of tension and harrowing shark attack sequences. It's far from perfect, but The Reef is worth a watch and a more enjoyable open water type film. With the record-breaking box office of Jaws, it was a given a sequel was coming. It's hard to improve on perfection. Thankfully, the filmmakers of Jaws 2 do not even attempt to capture the brilliance of the first film. Instead, they elect to take a more by-the-numbers teen slasher vibe with a killer shark. It has what I think is one of the most traumatizing death scenes in a shark film. Rest in peace, Marge. I think the slasher vibe works in its favor as the film is entertaining despite lacking depth. This action thriller, set in an underwater research facility that becomes flooded complete with sharks, sounds like the typical straight-to-DVD trashy B-movie fare. But backed by a stellar cast and some unique, shocking moments, Deep Blue Sea escapes its trash destiny and is in fact an exciting action film with some good old shark thrills. It has stood the test of time and remains one of the better shark films that is more good than it is bad. A young woman ventures to a hidden beach to catch some waves, but comes face to face with a great white shark. She must use her wits and determination to survive and make it back to her family. The Shallows does not do anything new for the genre, but it is an intense survival film with a believable performance from Blake Lively. The film does descend into hokey territory for its climax, but the build-up will have you so invested you will accept the absurdity and even cheer for the hero. The Shallows is one of the best shark films and is worth your attention. It should come as no surprise that Jaws is the best film on this list. It defied all expectations upon its release. The screenplay was expertly taken from page to screen, and the actors brought to life the characters and made the unbelievable believable. The soundtrack may be one of the most recognizable of any film and brings to life the fear of the shark in the film. Jaws is one of the very best films ever made and is a true cinematic classic that continues to defy time.